Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So I got another one for today. This girl went viral on TikTok because she said that her son will not be dating a black girl. I guess she went to some type of amusement park and there were some girls, some younger women that were being disrespectful and outrageous and obnoxious, and it must have rubbed her the wrong way. Now, there is some foul language in here, and I've done my best to try to edit some of that out, but we're gonna get into it and then we're gonna come back and talk about it, all right?
I'm sorry, but my son will not be dating a black girl. He will not. Because yesterday we went to Six Flags, and when I tell you the pure level of disgust that I saw in these black girls that you independent queens are raising is purely disgusting and disturbing. I literally left early because my kids was looking like, what the going on? And this is in the Bay Area, California. These girls, all of them unsupervised, in packs, unsupervised, no supervision, just running amok in the theme park. Multiple fights break out, multiple. And I'm just like, okay, the police had to start patrolling the park because these little couldn't keep their hands to themselves. One little bit, 12 years old, talking about some, oh, Jeremy, his small anyway, don't want to meet me. What do you mean it's small anyway? Girl, you are 12 to 13 years old. And then these other girls like, ooh, boo, boo, boo. And these dudes are like, y'all are hella chopped. Y'all are hella, it wasn't even the black boys. It was the girls. The girls was fighting multiple fights. Parking lot shut down from fucking fighting. And then this white lady asked her not to talk like that. Her and her friends trying to fight the white lady. I'm like, just no self-respect, no home training. And I see why. And I seen a lot of, when I seen the black boys with the white girls coupled up, looking cute. I seen the Mexican kids. I seen the Asian. Only ones outside acting a was the black girls. And I'm specifically saying black girls. There was no black boys acting a. It was the black girl. Oh, fuck did to me. You are 16 years old. Calm down. When I tell you, you are raising little miniature single baby mamas, that's what the fuck crazy. Because them little don't respect themselves. They don't respect nobody else.
I totally disagree with her language, with calling the women the B word and just the language that she was using. To me, it just, ma'am, you're no better than these little girls because you're using the same language that they were probably using, if not worse. And I understand that it is disrespectful for younger girls to be disrespecting elders and talking to an adult that way. However, we have to start leading by example. Okay, so, you know, I do understand where she was coming from, how the women were being disrespectful or the young girls were being disrespectful and she didn't like it, and it just gave her, it rubbed her the wrong way. She didn't like it. And but my thing is with that is, how are you going to paint a narrative about a whole group of people? Not to mention, you are seemingly a part of the black community, and you're sitting here telling yourself that you will not allow your son to date a girl of color, which it just sounds ignorant, because why would you paint such a broad stroke, like for all women of color, all black girls, as if we all act the same just because of this one encounter that you had. And I get it, like, yes, the kids these days are just, we're cooked. We are cooked. These children are out of control because their parents are raising them at a very young age. They don't know what they're doing. They're trying to be their child's friends. And a lot of these kids just act just like their parents. So there's no control, there's no discipline, there's no type of structure in these kids' lives. And so they act just like their parents act, crazy and obnoxious. So I do understand in that aspect, but I would never go as far as to say that my children aren't allowed to date this particular group of people because I had this certain encounter with these group of people and I didn't like it. That's stereotypical and it's kind of racist. we all have an opinion. You can have your opinion on how you feel about certain things, but we have to start leading by example, okay? You can't come onto these platforms talking about these people and then your language is no better. You're not doing anything. You're not speaking in a way to encourage change or promote change. So that's what rubbed me the wrong way about her video. It's just all the cursing, all the just like what was the point? You know, because me personally, when people start cursing just to explain, just to get their point across, I'm done listening. You didn't make your point because you can't even express yourself without doing all this cursing and just profanity all over the place. So to me, she lost me. And then on top of that, I was going through the comments, a lot of the women were kind of going in on her, which we expect that because women today, if you're not uplifting foolishness, they are going to come for you. So I really wasn't expecting anything different. Um, but there were some people who did agree with her. But for the most part, people were going in on her saying that, you know, she's wrong and why is she worried about it? Like just everything that women say when we speak out against toxic and obnoxious behavior that we witness and observe. So, um, oh, like I said, yes. So I was reading the comments, and some of the women were coming for her, and she posted a follow-up video. So I'm gonna play that, and then we can talk about that.
I do want to take a moment to apologize for my statements in my video earlier about how my son wouldn't date a black girl. I do want to apologize about that because I didn't realize that people just accept the behaviors of black girls that I find impulsive, I find disgusting, and I find disturbing. So I do want to take a moment to apologize for that. If that is the behaviors that you guys accept, then that is the behavior that you guys accept. And I should not be judging people for what they believe in. You know, if you believe that they were okay in that behavior, then that is okay and that's what you accept. I mean, me personally, when I saw four girls trying to jump a white woman for her asking them not to say PUSSY and DICK in front of her kid, and you know, they're like 5 and 7 year old girls, I personally feel like that was wrong. But again, you guys said that that's kids being kids, and that is fine. I've gotten a lot of backlash, and you know what? At the end of the day, if that's the way y'all are raising y'all kids and y'all feel like y'all kids can act that way, I am not one to judge. And again, my words when I was saying it, I was very upset because of what I saw. You know what I mean? Like it's not that my son wouldn't date a black girl. It's more or less like those type of black girls I would steer my son away from. And yes, I do give him guidance, and his dad does give him guidance to not put up with disrespect. You know what I mean? If a girl is going to be loud and disrespectful and fighting and a hooligan and all this other stuff, you don't deal with those type of girls like at all. So again, I think that the way that I viewed this younger generation, I guess I didn't have a clear understanding of it. But now that you guys have told me in multiple videos that I was wrong for calling them BITCHs and saying that they were and was wrong for calling them HOEs for basically talking about penises and, you know, having sex and all this other stuff at 12 years old, I guess, you know, I just wasn't aware that that was okay in the community. You know what I mean? So I do apologize for that.
So that was her follow-up video. I guess she pretty much doubling down on what she said. I don't know. What do y'all think in the comments? Let me know what you think, because I just think that like she has a right to feel how she feels, but to use this broad stroke to paint all women of color the same and say like my son is not going to date this type of woman, you don't have that control, ma'am. At the end of the day, you don't have that control. And what does that say about you? What are you showing your daughter? You telling your daughter that she's not good enough because she's black? Like what precedent are you setting for your children? You have to think about that. So let me know what you think in the comments. Until next time.